สวัสดีครับวันนี้กลับมาอีกครั้งหนึ่งนะครับกับไลฟ์เซสชั่นเรียนต่อแคนาดานะครับกับมหาวิทยาลัยในย่านเมืองเอ็ดมอนตันนะครับนั่นก็คือ MacEwan University นะครับสำหรับใครที่กำลังมองหาตัวเลือกนะครับไม่ว่าจะไปเรียนต่างประเทศหรือกำลังสนใจเรื่องการไปเรียนต่อที่แคนาดาอยู่แล้วนะครับMacEwan University เป็นมหาวิทยาลัยของรัฐนะครับเป็น Public Institution นะครับที่เรียนจบแล้วสามารถขอ PGWP ได้นะครับตั้งแต่หลักสูตรการเรียนดิโพลมานะครับหรือระดับปริญญาตรีนะครับรวมถึงตัวหลักสูตรที่เรียกว่าเป็น Graduate Certificate แล้วกันนะครับสำหรับบุคคลที่จบป.ตรีแล้วอยากไปเรียนต่อเฉพาะทางเพื่อพัฒนาสกิลในการไปทำงานในสายงานเฉพาะทางนะครับ MacEwan University ก็มีหลักสูตรที่เปิดสอนเพื่อที่จะตอบโจทย์ความต้องการของเรานะครับแล้วก็อย่างที่บอกไปก็คือ MacEwan University เป็นมหาวิทยาลัยที่จบแล้วขอ PGWP ได้อันนี้อาจจะตอบโจทย์พวกเรานะครับบุคคลที่กำลังนะครับมองหาช่องทางในการไปเรียนจบแล้วทำงานหลังเรียนจบใช่ไหมครับด้วยใบอนุญาตทำงานหลังจบนะครับ PGWP เนาะแล้วก็แคนาดาเนี่ยมีโอกาสพิเศษให้กับบุคคลที่ทำงานหลังเรียนจบในสถาบันหลังจบจากสถาบันของรัฐอย่าง MacEwan มาคือว่าเมื่อเราทำงานต่อเนื่องนะครับโดยใช้เวลาทำงานเนี่ยไม่ต่ำกว่า1ปีนะครับเช่นทำงาน1ปีหรือ2ปีหรือ3ปีเราก็มีคุณสมบัติที่จะสามารถสมัครขอสถานะเป็น PR หรือผู้พักอาศัยถาวรในประเทศแคนาดาได้นั่นเองนะครับดังนั้นใครที่กำลังมองหาตัวเลือกในการไปเรียนต่อให้จบปริญญาตรีนะครับ MacEwan ก็เป็นตัวเลือกหนึ่งหรือใครอยากจะไปเรียนต่อดิโพลมาหรือ Graduate Certificate เพื่อจบแล้วทำงานในแคนาดารวมถึงการที่เราจะขอใบสิทธิ์ในการขอ PR เพื่อเป็นผู้พักอาศัยถาวรในประเทศแคนาดาเนี่ยก็เป็นไปได้ที่จะเริ่มต้นที่ MacEwan นะครับอยู่ในเมืองเอ็ดมอนตันจังหวัดอัลเบอร์ตานะครับโอเควันนี้เรามีเจ้าหน้าที่นะครับจากมหาวิทยาลัยคือคุณเบโรนิกนะครับจะมาแนะนำนะครับมหาวิทยาลัยพร้อมร่วมตอบคำถามต่างๆนะครับดังนั้นใครรับฟังอยู่นะครับก็สามารถที่จะแชร์ได้นะครับถ้าคิดว่าข้อมูลจะเป็นประโยชน์นะครับกับเพื่อนๆในแวดวงของเราหรืออยากที่จะถามคำถามอะไรเนี่ยก็สามารถพิมพ์ในคอมเมนต์ทางด้านล่างได้นะครับเดี๋ยวผมนะครับกับเบโรนิกจะตอบให้นะครับ Alright, let's get started. First of all, could you please help introduce yourself so the audience know a little bit more about who they are listening to?
Sure. Sawadika. I'm Veronique from MacEwan University. I come all the way from Canada to talk to you this afternoon. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. So MacEwan, it's about myself, an introduction about me first. I'm an international student recruitment specialist. I'm also a regulated international student immigration advisor.
Okay, that's a good background. So, usually it's been a ritual or our things that we do. We start with the first question, like why students may want to consider MacEwan if they are going to study in Canada.
So we are located in Alberta. This is a richer province. That's why when study permit holders, when they come to study at MacEwan, they have free Alberta health insurance. So it's free for you to see a doctor. If you need a surgery, it's completely free because it's covered by the government of Alberta. The other part is we don't have provincial tax. That means you only pay 5% federal tax compared to 15%, I believe, in Vancouver, for example. So it's another way for you to save money. And then Edmonton, the capital city of Alberta, in May 2022, Edmonton was ranked #1 city in Canada for jobs. So students or people from other provinces come to Alberta for employment. So that's wonderful news for our students staying in Edmonton. So most of our programs, they have a laddering options. For example, if you start with a 2-year diploma study, you can apply for your 3-year post-graduation work permit. You work for a year, with 1 year work experience, you're eligible to apply for your permanent residency. And then you can transfer your 2-year credits back to a degree program. So at that time, because you are a permanent resident, you will be paying domestic tuition rate for your year 3 and year 4. So in the long run, again, it's another way to save your tuition money, get your PR status. Our students are quite happy studying at MacEwan. Then Edmonton also has the biggest shopping mall in North America. It's called West Edmonton Mall. Our tuition includes textbooks, local transportation. You have a U-Pass allowing you to take the buses and the MRT. You have access to the gym, and then you also get partial dental and vision care. Let's say you need glasses or contact lenses. You just keep your receipts and you go to student association to get a portion of your cost reimbursed. The other thing is we have a beautiful residence. We have 865 beds. Most of our international students choose to stay at the residence. It's the only 2 minutes walk to the campus, so you can sleep in, you don't have to commute. You can work part-time, normally 20 hours per week, but as of November 15, IRCC allows study permit holders to work more than 20 hours per week. This is a temporary change until December 31st, 2023. So things are improving. I think you will be very happy studying at MacEwan because we have we provide immigration advice to our students on campus. We provide immigration workshops to allow you to get familiar with IRCC changes. Yeah.
And another highlight, I think, is also the library. It looked very nice.
Oh, the library, I know. It's so beautiful. Our campus is built horizontally because Canada, it's a big country, so everything goes sideways, and it's connected by the pathway, so you don't really have to get out during winter time to change your classroom. Yes, and then we have a career services.
Important part.
Our employers come to the campus to hire our students. So students can attend the career fairs quite often, and we would like students to volunteer to get some volunteer experience on your resume. You can volunteer at MacEwan International, at our open house. So many chances for you to increase your volunteer work experience.
Nice. Okay. So why MacEwan, right? I think talking about the province of Alberta, there are certainly benefit, including health insurance, even for international students, lower tax, right? That's sales tax, right? We call it, and also lower living expenses comparing to some other bigger city. And also MacEwan located in Edmonton, which is the capital of Alberta, and MacEwan provide comprehensive service, including residence, which is quite unique for educational institution in Edmonton, that students can go and live at the residence, comprehensive facility and support service for international students. And then maybe we'll talk about this later, but MacEwan also provide entrance scholarship for students based on their merit, right?
Thank you. Yeah, it ranges from 4,000 Canadian dollars up to 14,000 entrance scholarship. It's based on your grade 12 final marks. If you have 80%, and then you automatically qualify for the scholarship. So the more, the better.
So this scholarship is for both diploma and undergrad, right?
And degree, and degree
and the
programs.
degree, yes, okay. Not for professional certificate.
No.
Okay, just to be clear. And we talk about MacEwan, why MacEwan, next part of the question is about programs at MacEwan. What are some of the highlight program at MacEwan that you think is very strong or might be popular for international students?
The most popular one is nursing. It's very competitive. October 1st, when we open our applications for fall 2023, usually nursing can get full immediately because whoever did not get in last year, they waited for October 1st to apply. And then Bachelor of Science is also very popular. Some unusual programs, for example, acupuncture, if you want something related to health. And then early childhood. And then we have the Bachelor of Design, the Bachelor of Fine Arts, the Bachelor of Music,
Right.
The Bachelor of Commerce,
Business programs,
accounting, HR, business management, a variety of programs at MacEwan. It's all about what you would like to study, and we're here to give you some advice. We have police studies. Two of my international students, one is from Vietnam, the other one from South Korea. They are very happy about the police studies. The police investigations, it's about you study your fingerprints, you investigate the crime scenes. It's the behind the scene job. So in Canada, we have a shortage of policemen. So once you are in this profession, you can become a policeman or policewoman in Canada with your languages. You can help the community for sure.
Nice. Okay. So because before we got on the live session, we talk a bit about travel programs. Maybe we talk about that a little bit, that it is accredited program, what it means, and how many years of PGWP they may get, and what are jobs opportunities for the travel program. For students who might be interested in studying hospitality นะครับก็MacEwan มีตัวdiploma นะครับที่ชื่อ travel program ด้วยนะครับ
Sure. So we have a travel and tourism. It's not exactly hospitality, but this program is a 2-year diploma, allowing you to get 3-year PGWP. However, you only need 13 months to finish because it's a condensed program. So 13 months including 1 month practicum. So you can have some work experience in a travel agency or at an airline company. So when you're done, you can apply for your permanent residency. In the long run, you can open your travel business. You can organize group tours to the national parks to introduce our Banff, our Jasper, our Lake Louise to your Thai people. And I think there's a lot of potential with this program. If you don't want to spend 2 years or 4 years with a longer program, then you can consider travel. Travel only starts in September, so applications are open now. You can apply now and start in September 2023. Yeah.
So it's possible, right, to study 13 months and get up to 3 years PGWP?
For sure, because the PGWP depends on the length of the program. So this is a 2-year program. But you don't have a schedule break. You don't have a break from May to August. You will study 13 months and you're done, and then you can work. I think that's the beauty of this program, you know.
โอเคก็อันนี้เป็นไฮไลท์อันหนึ่งนะครับจริงๆMacEwanมีเปิดสอนหลักสูตรหลากหลายนะครับทั้งระดับดิโพลมาแล้วก็ปอตรีเนาะหลักๆเลยตัว Nursing ก็เป็นโปรแกรมที่เปิดนะครับแล้วก็รับนักเรียนต่างชาตินะครับใช้ 6.5 แต่ว่า Speaking ต้อง 7.0 เนาะเราก็เต็มเลยมากๆเปิดแล้ววันแรกไม่ได้ซับมิตหลังจากวันแรกเนี่ยก็มีโอกาสที่จะไม่ได้ที่นั่งเพราะเต็มแล้วนะครับรวมถึงBachelor ด้าน Commerce ก็จะมีตัวBusiness ต่างๆให้เลือกเรียนหลากหลายนะครับ ด้านดีไซน์เองก็ตามด้านที่เกี่ยวข้องกับไฟน์อาร์ตก็มีนะครับตัวfacility ของ MacEwan ที่เกี่ยวข้องกับ Theater Fine Art อะไรเนี่ยก็ค่อนข้างใหม่แล้วก็ทันสมัยนะครับจากที่ได้ไปเยี่ยมมาเนาะแล้วก็อีกอย่างหนึ่งก็คือว่าตัวอีกอันนึงที่น่าสนใจก็คือที่เราพูดถึงกันไปเป็น Diploma นะครับชื่อ Travel นะครับใครที่อยากเรียนเกี่ยวข้องกับการท่องเที่ยวกับ Tourism กับการเดินทางเนี่ยเป็นหลักสูตรที่ MacEwan เปิดสอนระดับ Diploma ใช้เวลาเรียนทั้งหมดเนี่ย13 เดือนรวมการทำงานที่เรียกว่า Work Placement นะครับfield placement เนี่ย1 เดือนนะครับซึ่งทำให้เรามี connection กับประสบการณ์ในการทำงานจริงก่อนจบไปทำงานเนาะถึงแม้จะเป็นหลักสูตรที่ใช้เวลา13 เดือนนะครับแต่ว่าระยะเวลาเรียนของมันนับเป็น2 ปีการศึกษาเพราะมันเป็นโปรแกรมที่เรียนต่อเนื่องนะครับทุกเดือนไม่มีวันหยุดดังนั้นใน13 เดือนเราจบแล้วเราขอ PGWP หลังจากจบเนี่ยเราก็จะขอPGWP ได้สูงสุดถึง3 ปีเพราะมันนับตาม duration ของโปรแกรมคือระยะเวลาของโปรแกรมมันนั่นเองที่นับเป็นระยะเวลาเรียน2 ปีการศึกษาก็เป็น beauty ของโปรแกรมที่Veronique เขาพูดถึงนะเพราะว่าเราเรียนแค่13 เดือนเราขอ PGWP ได้สูงสุดถึง3 ปีเลยนะครับแล้วก็Edmonton เนี่ยก็อยู่ในอัลเบอร์ตาซึ่งข้างล่างของอัลเบอร์ตาลงข้างล่างของEdmonton ลงมาก็มีบันฟนะครับซึ่งเป็น National Park ขนาดใหญ่ที่คนจากทั่วโลกนิยมไปท่องเที่ยวนะทั้งคนในแคนาดาหรือว่าคนไทยเวลาเราดูภาพทะเลสาบนะครับที่มันเป็นภูเขาใหญ่ๆมีหิมะปกคลุมอยู่ด้านบนข้างล่างเป็นทะเลสาบน้ำสีเขียวๆนะครับก็ส่วนใหญ่จะเป็นภาพที่ถ่ายมาจากบันฟนะครับแล้วก็คนไปท่องเที่ยวกันเยอะนะครับดังนั้นมีโอกาสในการทำงานด้านการท่องเที่ยวการเดินทางค่อนข้างเยอะไม่ว่าจะเริ่มต้นจากการทำงานให้กับบริษัททัวร์ก่อนหลังจากนั้นเราได้ PR แล้วนะครับเราก็สามารถที่จะเปิดเป็น travel agency ให้กับคนที่ต้องการบริการด้านนี้ด้วยโดยเฉพาะคนที่อาจจะไม่ได้เหมารวมนะอาจจะแบบต้องการความช่วยเหลือมีอายุหน่อยไม่ได้สันทัดกระเทคหน่อยนะครับก็อาจจะต้องการบริการพวกนี้อยู่นะเพราะว่าแคนาดาก็เป็น aging society อันหนึ่งที่ยังมีคนเดินทางท่องเที่ยวแล้วก็อาจจะยังต้องการ support พวกนี้นะครับซึ่งมันมีตลาดอยู่รวมถึงการให้บริการคนต่างๆที่มาจากต่างชาติด้วยนะไม่ได้ลิมิตอยู่ในแค่แคนาดานะครับ any other program that you might want to emphasize and highlight at MacEwan rather than if not I'll talk a bit about a graduate certificate but
social work
mm-hmm.
social work might be a good fit for you if you love working with people if you love to solve other people's issues and problems social work is a good one you have a diploma and then you also have a degree so we have a social work 2-year diploma and then you can transfer your 2 years credits back to a Bachelor of Social Work. I forgot to mention the minimum wage in Alberta. It's $15 per hour when you work part-time. So in Thai, it's 411 baht.
Oh, you're good.
I did my research.
Okay. Per hour? Okay.
Per hour, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay.That's good to know. But actually, on the top of diploma and bachelor degree, MacEwan also provide a professional certificate program, particularly for students who already have degrees and want to pursue a career-focused program, not master, but they need to complete a degree first before getting into this program. So I'll just mention about it, and if you have anything to add, you can add it.
Sure.
So จริงๆแล้ว MacEwan นะครับก็เป็นมหาวิทยาลัยที่ทางเราทำงานด้วยแล้วก็มีหลักสูตรที่คนที่จบป.ตรีแล้วอยากจะไปเรียนต่อเนี่ยเปิดสอนนะครับไม่ใช่ป.โทนะเรียกว่าเป็น graduate certificate นะครับซึ่งรวมถึงตัว bookkeeping accounting technology นะครับใครที่อยากเรียนเกี่ยวข้องกับเทคโนโลยีในการทำบัญชีนะครับก็เป็นตัวเลือกหนึ่งนะครับ supply chain management นะครับเกี่ยวข้องกับการจัดการในระบบsupply chain นะครับอันที่3นะป๊อปปูล่ามากๆเลยคือ business analysis นะคือการวิเคราะห์ข้อมูลสำหรับธุรกิจนะครับอันต่อไปนะ global logistics management นะใครที่อยากเรียนเกี่ยวข้องกับการขนส่งแล้วก็การค้าระหว่างประเทศในระดับสากลเนี่ยก็เป็นตัวเลือกที่น่าสนใจนะครับอีกอันนึงที่ฮอตมากๆพอๆกับ business analysis ก็คือ project management นะครับแล้วก็หลังๆนี้ก็กำลังมาแรงนะครับอีก2โปรแกรมก็คือ full stack web development ใครอยากเรียนเพื่อพัฒนาเว็บไซต์นะครับตั้งแต่ back end กับ front end นะครับก็มี full stack เปิดสอนนะครับแล้วก็ digital experience design นะครับก็เป็นหลักสูตรที่เรียน1 ปี each of these program is a 12 month in length and they can do 1+1 before they graduate and apply for PGWP, right?
So if you have a diploma or a degree from Thailand, you're eligible to apply for this type of 1-year professional development certificate program. Yes, you can ladder to a second program. So at the end, you still get 3-year PGWP. It's a non-credit program, but it still allows you to apply for PGWP.
โอเคก็โปรแกรมเหล่านี้เป็นโปรแกรมที่ใช้เวลาเรียน1ปีต่อ1เรียกว่าอะไรหลักสูตรแล้วกันนะครับแล้วก็เรียน1+1นะครับให้เป็น2ปีก่อนจบเพื่อจบแล้วขอ PGWP ได้สูงสุดถึง3ปีเหมือนกันนะครับตัวโปรแกรมพวกนี้นะครับก็คือไม่ได้เป็นเครดิตโปรแกรมแต่ว่าจบแล้วขอ PGWP ได้นะครับผม Alright.
I would like to emphasize when you apply for the program, you apply for the 1-year PD certificate program. You know, on your letter of explanation, it's about 1 year, right? If you have intention to apply to a second one, this is for later. You know, when you are in Canada, if you want to apply for a second one, that's fine. But I think from your first initial letter of explanation for your study permit application, I think that will stay for the 1-year certificate. So you don't want to confuse IRCC saying that, oh, this is my plan because I want 2 years PGWP, right? I don't know. I thought I just mentioned that.
I think it's better to mention.
Yes. Yes. If you have a long goal, if you want to get your PGWP like 3 years, yes, that's your future plan. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But it's a good tip to mention, not to confuse everyone, including maybe themselves and the officer.
I don't know. Because we are applying for one program, which is only a year.
1 year,
right?
yeah. But they can apply. I mean, I might have lost track, but can they apply for 2 programs at the same time? They just need to do one first, and then when they go there, they apply for another.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We mentioned this because we want students to know that yes, there's a possibility for you to get 3-year PGWP by laddering to a second program.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For the tips. Okay. I will just mention quickly that if they are here, they can ask question and then we will pull them up. ถ้าเกิดว่าใครมีคำถามนะครับสามารถที่จะเอาคำถามพิมพ์คำถามมาได้เลยนะครับเดี๋ยวเราจะเอาขึ้นมาแล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะตอบให้นะครับ so far we have 2 questions already.
Sure.
One of them we already talk about it, but maybe we'll visit it again.
Sure.
For diploma programs, hold on, let me put it up. For diploma programs, except from nursing, actually nursing is a bachelor. What are some other highlighted or famous diploma program at MacEwan?
Health related.
They did not emphasize, I think just anything. We can talk about registered massage therapy and another thing that maybe students who want to do a 2-year diploma and get jobs, and it will be easier for them to find jobs.
Are you saying that which program is the most popular one?
Yeah, for diploma level.
For diploma, right? Accounting. Okay. Sometimes in Asia, you think that accounting is not the ideal job, but in Canada, when you become a charter accountant,
CPA.
Yeah, you have a good life, right? You know, the salary is great. You know, if you like numbers.
Okay, that is a good point. When then ask about what they need to study to get jobs, certainly we can look about what are on high demand, but they also need to consider themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, accounting is a good job, but do they like number? And nursing, do they like working over weekend or
night shifts?
Night shift, yeah, right?
Yeah.
They need to ask this question too, right?
Yes, when our students someday the girls will become a mom, and then they need to look after their kids, right? They can't work weekends, night shifts. So yes, nursing is very popular in Canada. So it's not about the uncle wanted you to be a nurse or the auntie or the mother. It's about your long time career. It's about what you like the most.
โอเคก็สำหรับคำถามนี้นะครับMacEwan มี Diploma หลายโปรแกรมนะครับจริงๆอยากแนะนำให้เปิดดูใน MacEwan University International นะครับเพื่อที่จะดูหลักสูตรทั้งหมดที่ MacEwan มีเปิดสอนนักศึกษาต่างชาติเนาะแต่ว่าตัว Digital Massage Therapy ก็เป็นอันหนึ่งนะครับตัว Accounting ก็เป็นอีกอันหนึ่งเนาะแต่ที่เราสรุปพูดกันเนี่ยเราอยากสรุปให้ฟังก็คือเราดูได้ว่าโปรแกรมอะไรที่มันเป็นโปรแกรมที่จบมาแล้วมีความต้องการของงานในการทำงานสูงแต่ก็ต้องดูตัวเองเลยนะว่าจะเรียน accounting เราชอบเลขเราเก่งเลขไม่ใช่เชิงเก่งเราชอบเลขหรือเปล่านะครับจะเรียนพยาบาลเราโอเคกับการที่แบบบางวันต้องทำงานกลางคืนบางครั้งต้องทำงานวีคเอนด์นะครับโดยเฉพาะในอนาคตถ้าเราวางแผนจะมีครอบครัวที่นู่นนะครับเราจะต้องดูลูกดูเด็กนะครับมันต้องทำงานนอกเวลาด้วยมันจะโอเคหรือเปล่าก็ต้องคิดหลายๆด้านนะอย่ามองแต่ว่าอะไรคือ jobs on demand ดูตัวเราเองดูแผนของเราสิ่งที่เราถนัดสิ่งที่เราอยากจะเรียนด้วยนะครับแต่ว่าแนะนำนะครับว่าเปิดเว็บ MacEwan University International Student เพื่อดูโปรแกรมที่ MacEwan University เปิดสอนนักศึกษาต่างชาติได้นะครับเดี๋ยวขออนุญาตกลับมาที่คำถามที่คุณแชมเพิร์นนี่นะครับถามมาขออนุญาตถ้าอ่านชื่อผิดขออภัยนะครับเพราะว่ามีคำถามเข้ามาก่อนหน้านะครับSo another question, I need to translate this. Okay. So in terms of postgraduate program, graduate certificate programs, are there any scholarships?
For the 1-year certificate, right? Unfortunately, that one doesn't qualify for a scholarship because that is offered under the School of Continuing Education. Hopefully, in the future, we would like maybe SCA to provide some scholarship.
ก็จริงๆแล้ว graduate certificate มันเป็นโปรแกรมที่อยู่ภายใต้ continuing education นะครับซึ่งปัจจุบันยังไม่มีทุนนะครับอาจจะต้องขออภัยในส่วนนี้ด้วยแต่ค่าเรียนมันอยู่ที่ 18,700 เหรียญแคนาเดียนดอลลาร์ต่อ1ปี so the tuition fee for the graduate certificate is 18,700 Canadian dollar. Okay, I get confused. Following up from the earlier question, how about the speech language pathologist assistant program?
Okay, so that's a two-year diploma. It's quite if you like working with kids, you're there. Correcting the speeching, the speech. You can work in the school. You can work in the clinic, in the hospital. I'm pretty sure there's a field placement. I think it's a good career if you like working in this field.
ก็จริงๆอันนี้เป็น Diploma อีกโปรแกรมหนึ่งนะขอบคุณที่ถามเข้ามานะครับก็เป็นโปรแกรมที่เหมือนเราทำงานกับเด็กๆนะครับโดยเฉพาะเรื่องของความเร็วหรือจังหวะในการพูดของเขาเนาะเพื่อที่จะพัฒนานะครับแล้วก็สามารถที่ทำงานตามโรงเรียนหรือว่าหน่วยงานที่ support เด็กตรงนี้ได้นะครับก็เป็นอีกหนึ่งโปรแกรมหนึ่งที่MacEwanมีเปิดสอนและอาจจะน่าสนใจนะครับผมโอเคครับถามคำถามกันเข้ามาได้เรื่อยๆเลยนะครับใครที่มีคำถามก็ถามมาในแชทคอมเมนต์ได้นะครับเดี๋ยวผมกับคุณเวโรนิกจะตอบให้นะครับแล้วก็ระหว่างที่ฟังอยู่นะครับถ้าเกิดว่าใครสนใจเรียนต่อแคนาดานะครับก็เป็นการติดต่อหลักๆได้ทาง LINE ก่อนนะครับก็มี Official Account นะครับ @KORPUN ทางด้านล่างก็ @sign มาเพื่อพูดคุยหรือสอบถามรายละเอียดเพิ่มเติมกันได้นะครับ Alright, maybe there will be more questions ถามมาได้นะครับ but in the meantime I will move on to our session with admission requirement in general. What are some of the things that they need to prepare and maybe some of the admission tips that you may have?
Sure. In Canada, it's quite simple compared to United States. For example, you need to provide SAT. You have an interview. You need to provide a letter of recommendations. In Canada, in general, it's quite simple. You need to provide your grade 10, 11, and 12 transcripts.
For diploma.
For diploma or degree, same. For any programs, actually, for certificate as well, certificate, diploma and degree programs. And if you have post-secondary, you also provide your post-secondary transcripts, and then your English language proficiency result. For example, your IELTS, if you provide IELTS 6.5, nothing lower than 5.5 in each component. TOEFL 86, IBT, and then Duolingo 115. So the most popular one right now is Duolingo, only $49. You can do it at home in front of the computer. You don't have to go to a testing center to do it, and the result comes out quite quickly. The thing is you have to look at the computer, don't turn your head to another direction, because one of my students, she needed to appeal because she turned her head to the other direction, and then Duolingo thought that she needed some help or somebody was helping her. So basically that's all we need, except for example the Bachelor of Design, the Bachelor of Fine Arts, you have to provide a portfolio, or if you take the Bachelor of Music, you have to have an audition. Other than that, basically it's your high school transcripts, plus if you have post-secondary transcripts, plus your IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. When you apply, one application fee of $110 allows you to apply to 2 programs. Very important to do that. For example, if I want nursing, my first choice is nursing, and I should add the Bachelor of Science as my second option. That will increase my chance to be admitted. If nursing is full, I will be admitted under the Bachelor of Science. However, when I take my courses under the Bachelor of Science, all my courses are about nursing. So I'm not wasting my time and my tuition doing my first year under the Bachelor of Science. And then I'm going to reapply to nursing eventually. Then I just transfer my credits to nursing. Then you are still doing nursing, but you are not under nursing yet, but you will. So that is the other thing. So let's say my first choice is business management. I will add human resources management as my second choice. I think HR is also a good program, because in a big company or small company, you always have an HR department, right? So that means jobs are there waiting for you.
Okay. I believe what we mentioned for certificate, diploma, and bachelor degree, but for graduate certificate, they will need certainly diploma or degree transcript and the completion of the program certificate, right?
They need to show that they have completed a diploma or a degree in Thailand, right, back home. The admission requirement for the 1-year professional development certificate program it's not that complicated. They don't have to look at your grade 10, 11, and 12 grades in details. It's different because it's under the School of Continuing Education. That's why the letter of acceptance can be issued faster than the regular programs.
Got it.
I think the most important thing is apply early.
Yeah, that's true.
Give you enough time to get admitted.
Apply for study permit.
Although May 1st is the deadline to apply, don't apply in April, because you need to rush, and then maybe you can't get your transcripts sent, and then you panic, right? You panic. Come in August, you can't book your flight tickets because you don't have your study permit. You have to go through the biometrics, medical exams, and then the police clearance. Sometimes when you apply, right, you're waiting for your letter of acceptance. You can proceed with your medical exam. You go to the IRCC website. You can find the recognized physician that you can do your medical exam. You can do that ahead of time, things like that, but always apply early. You think that, I have plenty of time, it's October.
Everything has process.
Yeah, December immigration will be closed, and then we have different holidays. you want to get your study permit ahead of time, then you can enjoy coming sooner. Be prepared. You can buy your tickets maybe cheaper if you book it ahead of time, right?
Okay, thank you.
welcome.
I think what I will ask the next is, let's see. Okay, we talk about tuition fee for the graduate certificate. How about the regular programs, diploma or bachelor degree? What is the average tuition fee per year?
Tuition, okay. For the regular program, it starts with 25,000 to 27,000. That includes your textbooks, access to the gym, partial dental and vision care, and then local transportation. For specialized program like nursing, acupuncture, design, is from 28,000 to 30,000 per academic year.
Right.
We have a payment plan. So let's say you pay your application fee, you get admitted, you pay $1,000 deposit to secure your seat. That's all you pay before you arrive in Canada. We don't ask you to pay your tuition, your first year tuition. No.
Just 1,000 Canadian deposit.
That's all. And then you have your, you can log into your My Portal. You go to My Student System, you register your courses. So you can take minimum 3 courses per term or maximum 5 courses per term. And then you have until the end of September to pay your tuition. We have a payment plan. If you can't pay, let's say, your first term all at once, then you sign a payment plan agreement with the finance department, allowing you to pay by installment. For example, the first month you pay 1,000, the second 2,000, and then the third month you within 4 months you pay your full fee, right? If you miss the deadline, then you can't sign a second payment plan for the following term. Right?
That is the penalty.
It's an agreement, right?
Okay.
Yeah. There's a $50 charge for the payment plan. Maybe you don't need it. Compared to other countries, right? They have the SDS stream, the student direct stream. And then they ask you to pay the first year full tuition. But in Thailand, you don't have that. So you just pay term by term once you are there. You can pay with your credit card, or you can pay with your debit card. It's cheaper to pay with your debit card because with the credit card you pay extra for the service.
จริงๆแล้วค่าเรียนของแต่ละโปรแกรมอาจจะแตกต่างกันนะครับแต่อย่างที่บอกMacEwanมี scholarship ให้กับ diploma แล้วก็ bachelor degree โปรแกรมนะครับเป็น entrance scholarship ที่ให้ในช่วงปีแรกนะครับแต่ว่านอกเหนือจากการที่มี scholarship ให้เขามี installment plan ด้วยเนาะเวลาสมัครไปเรียนถ้าเราได้เอกสารตอบรับเราจะได้ offer มาเขาจะให้เราจ่ายแค่ tuition deposit แค่ 1,000 เหรียญครับเพื่อจะจองที่นั่งแล้วก็ก่อนไปเรียนเราก็จะพอไปเรียนแล้วลงทะเบียนแล้วเราก็จะจ่ายค่าเรียนเป็นรายเทอมซึ่งถ้าเรายังต้องการแบ่งชำระเป็นงวดๆเนี่ยก็ทำ installment plan ก็คือการแบ่งชำระได้นะครับแต่ว่าเป็นมหาลัยของรัฐดังนั้นจ่ายค่าเรียนเป็นรายเทอมได้นะแล้วก็ถึงแม้จะสมัครเรียนก็เป็นการที่เราช่วยสมัครเรียนช่วยแนะนำในการยื่นขอวีซ่านะครับก็จ่ายกับมหาวิทยาลัยได้โดยตรงนะครับก็จะเป็นสิ่งที่จะเกิดขึ้นนะครับแล้วก็ installment plan อาจจะมีฟรีนิดหน่อย50 เหรียญนะครับที่มหาวิทยาลัยเขาคิดเพิ่มเติมนะครับI already mentioned that the regular program has scholarships and it is entrance for when they apply it will be considered and I remember we talked about it that they will get the check right for them to use ก็เรายังจ่ายค่าเรียนกับมหาวิทยาลัยถ้าได้ทุนเนาะแต่มหาวิทยาลัยจะให้เป็นเช็คกับเรามาเพื่อเราเอาไปใช้จ่ายได้นะครับ
Yeah, we don't mix the tuition and the scholarship together. You pay your tuition as it is, and then you pick up your check for your scholarship. You can deposit your check. You can use your scholarship to pay your rent or to pay for your tuition in the following term. And then on top of the scholarship, if you don't qualify for the scholarship, when you're there, your GPA is high, you're eligible to apply for some bursaries and some awards. So you can search, for example, if you are under the Bachelor of Arts, we have bursaries for the Bachelor of Arts. For example, $500 for this bursary, and then another $1,000 for another category of bursaries. We have plenty of them because not everybody applies for the bursary, so it's sitting
So they
there
should take advantage of this.
waiting for you to apply. Yeah, tons of them.
Good to know. I think the students asked some follow-up question for the speech pathologist assistants.
Okay.
Is there a work field placement?
Yes,
or
there is.
Okay.
Yes,
ก็
there
มี
is. There is.
ควบหรือมี field placement นะครับให้เราไปทำงานในช่วงของหลักสูตรนะก็คือจะจบได้ก็ต้องไปทำงานเพื่อให้มีประสบการณ์ในฟิลก่อนที่จะจบนะครับก็จะมีตรงนี้
I want to use an example. Okay, my daughter Michelle, when she was in elementary school, at home we speak Cantonese. คนเป็นคนจีนมาจากเมืองลาวค่ะ so at home we speak Cantonese and we didn't know that she had some problem with some letters, some sound. So she the speech specialist found some problems. So every day she had to stay an hour at the school, so to get everything fixed and well corrected. In the past, in Asia,
you don't know.
you
never
think
pay
that
attention.
you think that you are born like that. That's it. You're done. But in Canada, it's amazing. They look after you, and it can be corrected. And then I'm so thankful for that.
Very good example that reflect on quality of life and also opportunity for people who want to work in the field. Thank you.
Yeah.
โอเคก็ตอบนะครับว่ามีนะครับขอบคุณนะครับที่ถามคำถามมานะครับ Alright, let's see. This is related to tuition fee, but it's not about the part of academic tuition because MacEwan has residence, which is very good, particularly for younger students, or even they're already an adult and they're moving to a new place. They don't know where to stay. They can stay at the residence. How much is the average fee at MacEwan for the residence?
Yes, so we have three options. We have the Bachelor suite. I think it's about 1,000.
We can double check.
1,150. But I know for sure the 2-bedroom suite is $900 per month. So you have your own private room with double-sized bed. You have your computer desk. Your computer chair is furnished. So you have a roommate. You share the bathroom and the kitchenette with your roommate. On each floor, there's a lounge area. So there's a big TV and then so many desks. So you can do your homework over there if you think that your room is not big enough. But normally, it's very comfortable. When my Japanese students came and then they thought that was heaven because in Japan, everything is tiny. The dorm is you share the bunk bed, with your roommate. Here is like, wow, you have your own private room. So the $900 per month includes TV cable. There's a local phone line in your room. So you just have to buy a land phone and then you can talk for 24 hours free of charge. Because if you use your mobile phone to talk to somebody, it's a plan. So you pay more. Okay. And then utilities are included, and then Wi-Fi, of course. Now we are downtown. MacEwan is right in downtown. If you rent your own apartment downtown, it's about $1,500. Not included your Wi-Fi, maybe water. but it's not fixed, right?
Depending on how you use it.
That's right. And then no TV cable, no local phone line. I would say 90% of our international students stay at the residence. You can choose to sign a contract for one term, 4 months. And then if you think that, I can find a friend, and then you can move out. And then you can move out maybe a little bit further than downtown, but closer to a train station. So you can just take the train, the MRT, and then you come to MacEwan station. We have a station right there. It's convenient, so you don't really have to stay at the residence. But if you don't know anybody, then maybe just choose 4 months. If you love it so much, you can extend for 8 months or a year. It's okay. In the summer, if you want to stay, it's all right. They might move you to a different floor, because in the summer, we have a group of students from, for example, Quebec, from Mexico. Then they just have to move you around a bit, but you can stay there summertime. You can stay there 4 full years or 2 full years if you like it. And if you want to work at the residence, you can also apply. You can be the receptionist. You can be the residence assistant. Yes, IA. And the residence is open 24/7. If your plane arrive midnight or after midnight, there's always somebody there helping you, and it's well secured. You have a card to get in. I first volunteer when the residence opened. I wanted to move in right away. It looks so good. It's spacious, wonderful. And then we have 2 big grocery stores around, Safeway and Save on Foods. And then across the street, we have the Japanese restaurant, Mikado. We have some fast food. If you don't want to cook, you can have a meal plan, and then you can go to the cafeteria and help yourself.
Very good. Very good, because sometimes people know how to cook and they can cook well, but some people are not very good at cooking, so meal plans might be helpful.
Sure.
But I think it's very helpful to have residents, particularly for international students who are going to move somewhere new, and particularly they don't know anyone. And the rent is very affordable comparing to other options that they have in Edmonton downtown, right?
Yeah, and then you can enjoy the gym, the pool. They open early and close late. It's just like a walking distance. Maybe it's not that important to exercise in Asia, but in Canada, it is important. We don't sweat because the weather is dry. Then all the fat you store in your body. The other thing is you want to be healthy, right? And then you meet new friends when you go running or swimming. We have a steam room, and then we have a hot tub. It will help you relax, and then you sleep better.
Yeah, actually, I realized you took me to see the swimming pool too. จริงๆพี่ว่ามีสระว่ายน้ำ indoor ให้ใช้เลยนะครับ ก็ผมว่าเป็นอะไรครบวงจรมากๆเลยนะสำหรับการไปใช้ชีวิตทั้งที่พักทั้ง facility ในการออกกำลังกายเจอเพื่อนใหม่ๆหรือแม้กระทั่งการที่เราจะปรับตัวนะครับเพราะว่ากิจกรรมพวกนั้นมันก็ช่วยเราได้นะครับกับการไปเริ่มต้นชีวิตใหม่ที่ต่างแดนนะครับ Okay, we talk about admission, tuition fee. Maybe we talk a little bit about the Edmonton city itself. Sure. How is it like right now for students who are going there and maybe they want to do a part-time jobs to maybe earn some money to help with their pocket money or personal expenses? How is the part-time jobs opportunity in Edmonton now?
Sure. So Edmonton, you can have a job with the city of Edmonton. You can even work for MacEwan. We hire students. For example, we have a welcome center. So you will be helping students who got lost, or whoever comes in to MacEwan and then they ask for directions. This is, I think, really the ideal job for students, for international students, if you can get one. Because if you're not busy, you're allowed to do your assignment, your homework in front of your computer, right? If somebody comes up, and then you can help that customer or student. But other than that, you don't have to commute to another workplace. You can just stay there, and then when the time comes, you go to your classroom.
Right.
I think the best part is if you can't get a job, you can volunteer. Volunteer work experience looks very good on your resume. Let's say both of us apply for the same job, but I don't have volunteer work experience. They will hire you over me because of that. So it's important. I understand you don't get paid, but
A good
it's
step
more
to start.
valuable,
Yeah.
right? You get that. And then don't wait until you graduate to find a job. You have to get some connections, right? You have to do your own networking. Maybe you talk to somebody, and then that somebody will recommend you to a company because they know that, wow, you are so punctual. We can count on you, right? You can do so much. You have a lot of experience in with the computer. You can design posters, things like that. When you volunteer, let's say you are going to be the receptionist. It's a challenging job because sometimes you listen to 9 lines, right? You have to remember who is holding for whom, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very good practice. Sometimes it's easier to talk to somebody face to face, but when you talk to somebody on the phone, it's more difficult.
True.
So this type of job will train you. At the end, it's very beneficial, right? Edmonton is a festival city. So in the summertime, you can attend so many festivals. Of course, you can volunteer for these events. I myself volunteer for the art walk. It happens on July. So we have artists, they paint on the street, and then they sell their paintings. So I volunteer. So let's say they need to use the bathroom. So I will stay at the stand and watch for their belongings, and then you talk to the customers. Always good to practice your English, that's why when my students arrive, they are usually very shy, very nervous. They don't want to talk because they think that they don't want to make mistakes, right? They're afraid to make mistakes. But within 2 months, I see a big improvement from you, because when you are in Edmonton, when you are attending your courses at MacEwan, you have to use English every day. Nobody is there to translate. Nobody.
Not Google Translate, right?
Yeah, no. You just have to do it yourself. It's okay. Canada, it's an immigrant country. We're all from another country, so it's okay. We've been there. We've been there before. We know exactly how you feel, and people are very friendly in Edmonton. I tell you my own experience. We were driving. It was winter time, and we were looking at the house, and then poof, puff, we were stuck in the snow. Michelle was very young. She was a baby. And then somebody just stopped and then invited us to go to their home. The husband and my husband went to fix the tile. And then I and my baby went to the home waiting for them. So we don't even know them. It's so amazing. That's why now we also try to do the same thing for strangers. Yes, every day you try to do something. At the elevator you say hi. That's why here in Thailand, somebody comes in, I say hi, and in Japan they look at me. It's very strange for them to hear me saying "Ohayo gozaimasu" to them in the morning, because they don't know you. They don't want to say hi to you. But for us, it's a habit. Yeah. It's very common for us to say hi, and we smile to strangers. We talk to strangers, but that's okay. You get used to it. It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
It's better to to be friendly than to be mad at people all the time or yeah.
Yeah, I mean, many story that you told us and shared with us is very helpful to see how it's different in Canada and people who wish to have themselves in that environment, like social benefit, people who are open to connect and talk to each other. I think Alberta is one of those cities that they can experience this.
Right.
It's very good. I think the student that asked another question, which is very good. ขอบคุณมากครับที่ถามคำถามมา How many students on average in classroom?
Okay, so we have 18,000 students on campus, and then 750 are international students from 50 different countries. This year, it's 45 students for the first year classroom. 45 is still small compared, this is a medium-sized university. So 45 is still small. So the professors will remember your name. You're not just an ID number. So you have we call it business hours. You can book a time to ask questions with your professors if you're shy and you don't want to ask your questions in the classroom. So that allows you to maybe to know more about your assignment. You can ask questions on, one-on-one with your professors. Our students are very happy with MacEwan, even the Canadian. They like this setting, it's cozy, your professor. In Canada, we even call our professor by name. I call my director by name. It's the way it is.
Not teacher Veronique.
Or Madame, you feel like you are 60 years old. So Veronique, usually they call me Veronique, but it's hard for students from India, for example. They keep saying mom, sir. But one day they will get used to it, but that's okay. It's still a cultural thing. You do your own thing until you're comfortable, then you're fine.
Okay. All right. We have a very good Q&A session with you, and I just want to ask if you have anything else you might want to mention to people who are considering going to study in Canada, particularly like Thai students.
I know students like to go to United States or UK or Australia, but as I said, Canada is an immigrant country. It allows you to explore your potential. Canada gives you a better chance. Let's say, I would say if you're capable, you can even become a minister in Canada. It's true. Our mayor in Edmonton, he's from India. And the mayor from Calgary is also from India. Our former immigration minister is from Somalia, amazing. I spent 11 years in France. If you want, at my time, if I wanted to work at the bank, it's very difficult because racism is obvious in Europe, in France. So I experienced that myself. So Canada you can be very relaxed. You don't work on the weekends. When you work overtime, you get paid. When you are required to work on the weekends, you get paid. Even international students, when they work part-time on Thanksgiving Day, for example, they get paid more than the usual day because that's a holiday. So you are treated fairly in Canada, If you want to buy a car, you can afford to buy a car. You can even afford to buy a house. international students choose to stay in Canada because they feel very comfortable. They're happy about Canada, about the system. You don't lose your Thai passport when you become a permanent resident. When you have your Canadian passport, it only allows you to vote or to apply for some federal government positions. That's all. So with your permanent residency, if you're happy about it, you can just stay as it is, right? I was going to say something and then Canada. So the choice is yours. You make your own decision. You are the boss. We are here to help you, to guide you, but we can't make decisions for you. You need to know what you're looking for because we are talking about your future life in Canada, right? We want you to be happy. Our students are very happy because we take care of them. We don't just recruit them and leave them where they are. We attend the graduation ceremony. Sometimes the parents cannot be there. We represent the family member watching them crossing the stage. So you like it. MacEwan is the right place for you to study, and we are here to assist you. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Veronique. I'm sure it is helpful for people who are listening to us now and maybe watching this later. However, before I end it, there is another question.
Sure, I'm here.
If I got
I'm still
Duolingo 100, is there a pathway I can go to uni? Like they're asking about how to meet English proficiency if their English proficiency is below the requirement. What are some of the options? There is upgrading course. I believe you also accept ILAC, like pathway. You want to mention about it?
Sure. We also provide English as additional language. If you want to improve your English, we have high school courses. We have grade 10, 11, 12, and we have foundation program international allowing you to upgrade your high school courses. Let's say you don't have a biology if you want to go to nursing, or if you don't have math, if you want to go to business management. For example, our students from India, they only have grade 10 math. So they can take math at MacEwan. The ILAC pathway, yes, if you have 3.3 level, you can be admitted to our diploma and degree programs. We have so many options to help you. Again, some of our programs, we have ISB category. It's the International Student Bridging Program. If you have an IELTS of 5.5, but you have your 5 subjects that we require, and then you will be admitted under the bridging program. However, you can't apply to the ISB directly. You apply to your program. Then if you're eligible, the office of the university registrar will recommend you to go under the ISB. And then with the ISB, your study permit will be valid for 5 years. So you have 1 whole year to finish what is missing to meet your goal program's admission requirement. Our programs are flexible. We are here to guide you to get to the one that you need.
Thank you ก็จริงๆแล้วสามารถที่จะไปเรียนคอร์สภาษาอังกฤษที่มหาลัยได้นะครับโดยเฉพาะถ้าขาดผลภาษาหรือว่าจะเรียนของ ILAC ให้จบ Pathway 3.3 ก็สามารถที่จะใช้แทนผลภาษาที่ต้องใช้ในการไปเรียนที่ MacEwan ได้นะครับก็ขอบคุณมากนะครับสำหรับคำถามในวันนี้แล้วก็ทุกคนที่รับฟังอยู่ในทั้งทาง Facebook แล้วก็ YouTube นะครับใครมีคำถามหรือสนใจเรียนต่อแคนาดาโดยเฉพาะกับที่ MacEwan University ยังไงก็ติดต่อมาได้ทาง Line Official ทางด้านล่างนะครับ @KORPUN GUN ก็เหมือนกันนะครับถ้าส่วนไหนเราตอบได้เราก็จะตอบให้ได้เลยถ้าส่วนไหนเรายังไม่แน่ใจเราก็จะเช็คกับมหาวิทยาลัยให้นะครับก็ขอบคุณมากๆสำหรับความสนใจแล้วก็ที่ติดตามเรานะครับ Thank you so much for visiting us at
Oh.
our office and talking to our audience here today.
Thank you
Thank
ขอบ
you.
คุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับขออนุญาตจบ
Thank you.
วันนี้ไว้เท่านี้นะครับ
สวัสดี
Yes, I'm gonna end the stream and